And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard Podcast, the podcast celebrating all the amazing things you can do while sitting, whether it's enjoying movies, watching television, or playing games.
Or unwrapping gifts.
That's true.
You can the tree, because it's Christmas.
Nice. I am joined by my elves. My companion elves.
He's a reindeer, clearly.
A reindeer. I'm joined by my Rudolph. The Rudolph to my...
And I'm Grinchly.
Okay. Is Gerald Bales.
Hi.
And Jordan Peterson.
Mr. Jordan Peterson to you.
All right, and of course we're going to have our holiday episode, our reindeer-inspired episode. I just love the headband. Can you jingle for us a little bit? Very nice.
All right, well, I'm done with this.
All right. All right, before we start, I definitely want to give a shout-out to our sponsor, 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. They're a nonprofit charity encouraging folks to read 1,000 books before their infant, newborn, or toddler reaches kindergarten. Impressive, right?
Impressive.
Now, Gerald,
That's not hard at all, David.
So ahead of the game. It is not difficult. In fact, Jordan.
Yeah, just read 3 different Christmas books 333 times, like The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Excellent.
Or 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Yes, all the Dr. Seuss books you should definitely check out, right?
Well, I just read Grinch Before. Well, we read half of The Grinch Before.
They fell asleep?
Get bored. They start wanting to rip the pages. We're like, this is a nice book. Stop it.
So again, you read 1,000 books before your kid gets to kindergarten. It helps with child literacy, also encourages child bonding with the parents. And you can check out their website. It's 1000booksbeforekindergarten.org. They have reading logs. You can keep track of all the books that you read, including How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And then that way you can at least have that because the book will be ripped up, right? You'll have that keepsake.
Me and my wife I was like, I never read this book before. She's like, me neither. But she's like, it's just like the movie, though. I was like,
They ripped the movie out of this book.
They should get sued. So again, read 1,000 books before your newborn infant or toddler gets to kindergarten. And we want to thank them for their sponsorship of our show. All right. So
I was just about to ask how you'd never written that book as a kid, and just light bulb.
The real question is, why has my wife never read that?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know her excuse. I have a good one.
All right, now before we get into the holiday goodness, we always start the show with the same thing we always do.
Oh.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
That went so much smoother.
That was terrible.
Man, in rehearsal, it was much... There we go. In rehearsal, it was so much better.
We need better instruments.
Send us some...
Making me play with kids' toys.
Hey, you should have practice.
I don't have one yet.
All right.
Kids are getting one of these for Christmas.
Okay, well...
I will be well-versed in another month or so.
All right, sounds good. We'll start with you, Jordan. Jordan, what you doing?
What have I been up to? I will download... Okay, first of all, I took your guys' money. Thank you. And I did buy an Xbox One. So
Finally, with the current generation.
I have come up to the current generation just in time for them to probably come out with a new one.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, so I immediately went and upgraded my laptop to Windows 10 so I could do the streaming feature that you guys were telling me about.
Yes.
That's awesome. Really super cool. So I've been just messing with that. I also got a new RAM for my computer, got an extended hard drive. I just beefing up all my stuff so I can enjoy streaming Xbox.
Before you bought the Xbox, I guess apparently you just did option A and option B. You're like, I don't know if I should buy an Xbox or upgrade my computer. And now you're like, I bought an Xbox and I upgraded my computer.
Well, I had all this extra cash.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Thanks. You're welcome.
What a jerk.
So
congratulations.
Do you like doing the streaming?
Okay, so I haven't actually played a game yet.
I noticed that. I saw a photo of it sitting on a table. Yeah. That's all I saw.
So it took me a day to get around to opening the box, and then I opened the box. Then I had to update everything like 10 times, which old consoles were not that way. Now it's like I had to update my controller. What does the controller need to update?
Just firmware and all that kind of stuff.
It rumbles back.
It rumbles same buttons. Like,
it rumbles so much harder now.
So every game I want to play, I have to do a download for.
Nice.
So anyways, I borrowed your Batman. Thank you. And I
Arkham
got
Knight
that put in yesterday. I got all the updates done. I got it going. I hit stream to my computer. I hit start story, and I fell asleep. I literally fell asleep like before the first scene.
But hey, you're ready to go for today.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to roll.
Got your Halo 5.
Yeah, and you got tomorrow next week, right?
See, this is the best part about having friends with these things.
Yeah.
They're done with games, and I get to borrow them all. It's so awesome.
So now we can all play Halo.
Yes. Well, I got to get a gold account. I don't have.
And
that
you have
yet.
to install it and then update it.
And then update it for 3
It does
hours.
take. It is frustrating.
It's a 60 gig download. So
there's no immediate satisfaction.
Yeah, like you're like
put
so
the game in. You're like, oh yeah, and then it's like 1%.
Yeah.
1.5%. It's like, okay.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. So, but no, it's been a lot of fun. Been working on Zombie Ball a little bit. I
We
showed
saw
you guys
that.
a little bit of my
Looks
progress
good.
here.
Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah, I made a secret. Yeah. So he turns yellow and he runs super fast and can't run into obstacles. It's pretty cool.
Oh, real quick. Speaking of Zombie Ball, I want to give a big shout out to Eric and Natalie over at Secret Fun Sauce. We got your package. It's awesome.
Oh,
They
yeah,
sent
thanks
us
a
a
lot.
nice holiday package. They gave Jordan a 2016 calendars. Each one of us got our own personal 2016. Again, we encourage everyone to send us. I'm just kidding.
Please send us free
Don't be
stuff. That's
shy.
awesome.
Don't be shy. No, I'm just kidding. Jordan, he got a Call of Duty Zombies calendar to remind him in 2016 to finish his zombie
And
game.
I need that because I'll forget. I always like, I need to work on that. And now when I saw it and I was like, I got to get to it.
Got to get to it.
Click.
We got
It works.
the folks waiting. Gerald got a Halo calendar for reasons unknown. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He loves Halo.
Yeah, what you doing? I'm trying to play Halo again.
Yeah, we're thinking about changing what you're doing to just Halo 5 update.
And then I got a lawyer calendar. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding because I'm a lawyer. So very, very cool. Thank you so much. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it. It's very cool. I like the nice note as well too. He even put that when he wrote out "Sit Down Sanity." He even put the arrows.
And he wrote it out.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, so back to Jordan. Jordan, so Zombie Ball. I saw you've added a. Well, I don't want to give it what the secret is away, but you have like a cool secret area, right?
Yeah, it's off the screen. Kind of got to know where to go.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to get there. I was trying to get there to show Joe. And I was like, I know it's here somewhere. I put it in here.
So secret, you can't even find it.
It's still
The developer lost it.
a lot of fun glitches in it still, though. Like, I went to this one spot and I have no idea why the zombie just starts bouncing up and bouncing down. And you can stop it from happening, but if you just leave it alone, he'll bounce forever. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
All right.
10 out of 10.
Sorry, I need a drink of water. So, Gerald, what you doing?
Well, the aforementioned Halo 5, getting back into that. No, there are new updates that came out. They're all free updates now because it's supported by microtransactions. But they added, before you can buy like one gold rec pack for $3.
Right.
Now when you go in there, you can buy like 3, 5, 10, up to I think like 50 for $100.
They have, like,
and you
this-
get 15 free.
Yeah, they give you the Sam's Club discount or the Costco.
It's ridiculous. But hey, I don't buy any of those, and other people do, and that finances me getting free updates, so I can't complain too much about it. But they added like a couple new Warzone maps. Warzone is way better now. They balanced out like the way you get XP and stuff. So a couple new arena maps. They added seasons, big team battle.
I
a
gotta
bunch
go
of
back in
stuff.
and play Big Team Battle because they didn't have that at the launch, which is probably my favorite mode with playing with friends.
Yeah,
Like,
Warzone is cool, but big team is just Warzone without all the objective stuff.
Yeah, that's what I like. You always talk about. Just
Who cares?
Just
The objective is kill the other guy.
yeah, matchmake, or what is it called? Slayer. Yeah,
Yeah,
Team
and they
Slayer.
added. They finally brought Forge back, so hopefully we'll see some good community maps. Bring
Oh.
back zombies,
zombies and
brains.
sharks. Yeah, that was always so much fun. Yeah,
But yeah, that's all been really catching up on. We saw Star Wars yesterday, but
Yes.
check out that spoiler podcast we'll have next week.
yes, it'll be out the 28th of December. We want to give enough time for people to check it out.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
again,
watch it this week. Get out there.
Yeah, go out there and watch it. First of all, just go watch it, and then come watch our podcast. But don't watch the podcast if you haven't watched Star Wars. 'Cause
Yeah, don't ruin it for yourself.
we get into
Unless you
super-
don't care, but you know.
No, you should care.
You should care.
You should care. I command thee. So I have a question with Halo. Do you with the Forge thing specifically? Do you ever get into that, or do you mess around?
I'm
with
not
that?
good at Forge. I just like playing the other community maps, but
Right.
I tried it on Halo 3 Halo 3 was the first one, right? That brought out Forge.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't. Did 4
I'm not
even
very-
have it? I don't think 4. Maybe 4 didn't have
I
it.
want to say every game since 3 had it.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, I'm not that creative enough.
What
to-
about
to
you,
build
Jordan? You
maps
do
and
that stuff?
Okay, I hate that stuff, but my little brother loves that stuff. He's super into Minecraft, super into like just tailoring stuff.
Yes, that's not my thing.
I
That's-
don't either. I just make me a game. I'll play.
Yeah,
it.
but you guys played with Legos as kids. I mean, we're going into holiday gifts, but yeah, you guys all played with Lego. I mean, it's
Mega Blocks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed Legos, and I enjoyed just the standard Lego, not like the here's how you build the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
That was fun, but I don't know. In a game, to me, video games, it's like just pre-make it. I don't know.
I like having that ability. That's just not for me. I'll play what other cool stuff people make.
I think it's also a factor of time,
Yeah,
right?
it
I mean,
does.
like
Yeah.
our time.
Yeah, when
not
we're-
to talk, unkindly about your brother, but I think our time might be more valuable than his.
Right? He's like 11.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Is like we're like I just give me a finished product, right?
Right,
I'm not here to
exactly.
learn how to make your game. I'm here to play your game.
But we play with I think it's Halo Reach. We have and like you turn into you can just like lay stuff out, so you can whatever weapon you
Yeah.
want, you can just lay it out, and then you can turn into a ball and you can just float off.
Yeah.
So we turn the speed up to like 300%, and we
Yeah.
turn up the jump the gravity up.
Yeah.
So you're just running around, jumping all crazy, and then we just like do like swords and just chase each other
Yeah.
down. It's like a really intense game of tag.
Yeah.
It's like you can always fit, and then they're just about to get you, and we'll just like jump off a cliff and turn into a ball and shoot off. So,
That's awesome.
But it's we have a lot of fun with it. It's actually a pretty good time.
Now, are you jumping back just the video game, or are you doing anything else with Halo? You going back to books or comics or anything?
I'm still reading. I'm on the third novel right now.
How many are there?
A lot. I'm on the third one. I need to get the next box set.
Is
But-
it in some chronological order, or is it just?
Yeah. This
okay.
one, the book I'm reading takes place right after Halo 1, in between Halo 2, 1 and 2. So it's after like how did Chief get back to Earth on 2? So it kind of explains. It's actually really, really good.
And these
First
are
of all,
all
go ahead.
canon.
Yeah. Oh, they're all
They're
canon.
all Gerald wouldn't waste his time on non-canon material.
fan fiction. You don't go out and find Halo fan fiction.
No. I also got this big, thick comic book of old, Marvel did a bunch of Halo comics back in the day. Now that I think Dark Horse does it, but it's like a thick hardbound book that
That's what I enjoy.
all the comics are in there. I haven't started that yet because I'm reading the novel, but yeah. So.
Yeah, I always appreciate when I think we talked about this on another episode, where they take all of like the series and then they they put it all together in hard.
Yeah, do like
binding.
volumes and stuff.
It is way better. Comic books are too short. They're way too short.
Well, see, again, I think as a kid, like 24 pages was like a task.
But even like the Star Wars comics I'm reading, like half of it is just ads.
Yeah, that's
for
the thing.
Star Wars toys and stuff. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And other Marvel
Well,
comics.
again, when you were a kid, those were exciting. Now you're just like, I'm poor or I'm broke and I'm not going to buy that, right?
Well, that's why I pick up like my Star Wars comics once a month. So I have 8 to read. So
Yeah.
at least it's
Right.
not too bad.
That's like 30 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Instead of 10.
But yeah, David.
I'm like,
really bad at
wasting
the
my
passing
cue here. David, what you doing?
all right, what I'm doing? What I'm doing is a couple things. One, I played a new board game. Well, I'm always playing new board games, as you guys know. But we have the R&R game bundle that we're giving away as a prize in our holiday giveaway. We'll get into that after this. But I picked up a copy of Spit It Out. It's one of the games that I previously didn't have of that particular bundle. They're giving away Time's Up, which we talked about on the show, and Hanabi, excellent cooperative game. So Spit It Out, we played yesterday over at my cousin's graduation party, and it was hilarious. So essentially, the game is trying to trick your brain into giving the correct wrong answer in a very short amount of time. So, for instance, there's 6 questions. You roll 2 dice, 2 6-sided dice, and whatever number the dice land on, you have to give a correct answer to those questions. I'm going to ask you 6 questions in a row. So let's say the dice land on 2 and 3. The second and the third question you have to get correct. All the other questions I ask you, you have to get incorrect, but they have to be sound like a correct, incorrect answer. Does that make sense? Like if I say, name the first president, and you have
Jell-O.
to get it. No, right.
Bill Cosby.
You would have to say something like Abraham Lincoln, because it's in the same, it sounds like
So you get points for doing the wrong answer.
right, but they're really easy questions like, what's the opposite of hot? And you're like,
Ice.
Black.
well, right, but that's what I'm saying is like you have to think of something in the realm of like you would
Like
say
warm.
right? So and then in the middle of it, you're like, okay, so the second and the third one I have to get right, and you only have like 30 seconds to answer these 6 questions. So it
interesting.
racks your brain, and you're like, because these simple questions, your brain is wired to give you the correct answer as quick as possible. So it plays against essentially the training you've had as a kid and an adult your entire life of like, here's a quick question, answer. You're being timed, and it's like, no, but give me a wrong answer, and it's like, and
Right.
Well, that's kind of cool.
yeah, it's very, very cool. It's a very simple game, but it's a ton of fun. There was some of the answers were hilarious. Someone said, there's just all that. What do you smoke? Someone said carpet. I was like, what? It's just like some of the answers were hilarious. So it's definitely an excellent game. So I played that yesterday. I had a blast with that. The other thing I'm catching up with is actually what you talked about with Halo, with the Forge. I'm playing Fallout, and I got lost in the building civilization thing.
Back to the settlement stuff.
Yeah, so you can build this settlement. I spent like 3 hours building like 2 settlements.
Which settlement are you?
The original one, Sanctuary Hills,
yeah,
I think is what it's called, the Sanctuary. So I built that, and then the Aperney farm. It's one of the little.
Yeah. When I played the game, I only concentrated on one settlement.
I did too.
It's just so much, man.
Well, the Sanctuary is like the first place you go, and it's actually pretty cool because there's like plots, like concrete plots where they've kind of like, hey, here's the outline of a house. Build. They at least try to help you out a little bit. But I did that, and I was like, okay, and I was building houses, and I put up all the turrets, and like, then of course it was so cool because I put up all these turrets, and while I'm putting it up, like raiders came, and the turrets just like
Oh, that's
took
cool.
care of them, and I was like, oh, this is, it was sometimes in the building games, the reason I don't enjoy them, there's not that immediate gratification. Like, you can step back and you're like, oh, cool, I built that. But like in this game, I don't know if it was timed that way, but it was like they came and like right as I put them down and they started coming and they all just got, laid to waste. It was pretty cool.
The way I understand it is like if you have, because obviously when you build turrets and stuff, your defense number goes up.
Yes.
And your defense number has to be higher than, I think, your food plus water. And as long as it's higher than that, the raiders won't come raid your stuff, because obviously whatever. So your number must have been right at that point where they were in the process of it. I've never seen live raiders come raid my stuff, because I always kind of stack up the defense, but that is cool.
And then after I did that, then I went to the Abernathy farm, and you can do farming. And I thought of you the whole time, Jordan, because you're like the resident farmer. And like, yeah, you can make all these different, and like, the thing I love about this game, it's the little touches, right? So like, there's a part when I'm putting out the farming stuff, and then one of the characters comes up and they're like, oh, I didn't even know we could grow that here. Like, it's just, like, that's so cool. Like, I was like, oh, it's literally like this living, breathing world. I did get back into the story, and I moved away from the main quest a little bit. But that game's so excellent because even when you're doing the side quest, it starts pushing you. Like, the things you're accomplishing as side quests push you into the main quest. Yeah. I love that about games where it's like, no, I want to avoid it, and it's like, no, you can't. It's a bigger problem.
Really? I actually don't like that.
I enjoy that because it makes me feel like the universe, like, it's one of those things where this happens a lot in video games. Mass Effect is one that sticks out of my mind. The world is going to end. We're all going to die. We need your help. Hold on, I need to go pick up these, power converters at the Tashi station. It's like,
I need to spend 16 hours doing everything else but saving the world.
Right, and that's why
takes you out of it a little bit.
Yeah, thematically it makes no sense. Like, who cares? Like, the world's going to end, and that's why in Fallout it feels like, even when I'm doing something like, hey, I'm going to go find these distress signals from this downed Brotherhood of Steel battalion. And when I get there, he's like, oh, I can rejoin, just go talk to the guy. And then I go talk to the guy, and he's like, well, we can't have him because, like, we already have enough problems with, like, someone stealing supplies. Go check this out. And then that leads into another thing when you go back and you talk to him, and he's like, hey, this is the bigger mission that we have a problem with. Like, stop worrying about the little mission. And it's little things like that where it's like, okay, everything, someone, I don't know if they did, but narratively, everything kind of fits. Even the little stupid side missions that are, I think, some of the best stuff in the game.
Yeah.
But again, check it out. I spent way too much time on it, so that's what I'm doing with my Whatcha Doing. But yeah, now
I can't wait till you guys are bored with that game so I can borrow it.
It's gonna be a while.
I finished the main quest. I'm gonna create a new character, but you can borrow it until I.
No, I got too much on my plate already.
Yeah, you can't even get through Batman's like first 5 minutes.
I didn't make it to 5 minutes. I didn't think it's. I pushed start and I fell asleep.
At least you got to pass the start menu. Okay, so that was our What You Doing. Now, before we move into our holiday episode, I do want to alert everybody. This episode, and then we have, of course, like Gerald said, our Star Wars spoiler cast, which we'll talk about the contest or the holiday giveaway. But we want to give a couple updates on the holiday giveaway. One, again, if you want to participate in our holiday giveaway, we have a ton of great gifts. Yep. The last 2 episodes, we probably spent over an hour just going over it. Now, we did get one additional new gift. Donation from a company. It's Stoneblade Entertainment. They're going to give us a copy to give away of their game Ascension. Excellent card game. Yeah, I played it on. I played all the time on Steam. Again, Steam is like, they have their holiday sale coming up, or I think it's on, and I'm just trying to avoid it because I spend way too much money.
Throw your wallet at the monitor.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it at the monitor. But Ascension is great. It's we've played a game similar to it. It's Star Realms, kind of what we've played. And Star Realms, again, is a fantastic game, but it's kind of a deck building game where you're grabbing cards from the center of the table to make your deck. So it's really, really cool. It's fun. It's straightforward for the most part. There are some difficult, it's definitely a gamer's version of this, if that makes sense, but it doesn't take a lot of time to learn. It's an awesome game. So you'll get a copy of that if you participate. Now, how do you participate, Gerald?
You tag a picture of yourself donating a gift. I know a lot of the Toys for Tots things are closed, but Goodwill's always open. Salvation Army is always open. So there's always places to donate. Take a picture, a little selfie of yourself donating a gift, and then tag us at Sit Down Standard or on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or tag
SDS.
Hashtag
SDS giveaway.
Yes.
Or just email us a picture if you don't have a social network and you're,
and the email is sitdownstandard@gmail.com. Yeah, I never get to do it.
Or you send a letter.
Yeah, send a handwritten letter.
It gets here in time.
Polaroid.
Yeah, exactly. Polaroids. Man.
That's old school Christmas.
Do they still have that?
Yeah, you got to shake it like a
Polaroid picture.
Here we go now. Shake it. Yes. So if you want to participate now, a couple limitations. You have to be a continental U.S. resident only. And then, of course, as Gerald talked about, we encourage you to donate as much as you can, toys, games, books, to any local charity, even if it's not involved with the holiday season. If it's just donating toys to your local Goodwill, you want to take a picture of it, that's fine. But it's 1 entry per person. And then the contest ends, or the photos need to get to us by no later than December 31st at midnight
End of the
Pacific
year,
Standard
people.
Time.
Come on.
I know. Jordan will let you be January 1st.
We'll see. I'll snake you in.
Yes, and then we will announce the winners on our January 4th episode and give away all this great stuff. I'm super excited. I can't wait. Jordan, I think, still thinks he might win something.
I'm still on the list. I've figured some things out.
All right, you've made it. You've made it like a pseudonym or whatever that's called.
I'm on the inside now.
Yeah.
Getting something.
Inside job. And again, everybody who participates is going to get a vinyl sticker of our logo. So that's reason enough. You can put it, what did I say? You can put it on your lunch. Yeah, your cat. I made a little rhyme. I said you can put it on your laptop, lunchbox, or whatever you got.
How does that rhyme?
Box, got.
Nope.
Those are
nope.
box got.
It's called it's like a, what is that? I forget what it's called.
You're not a rapper, David. You can't make that work.
Listen. I'm the Dr. Seuss of this podcast. All right, so that's how we got through the contest. Now let's get into the holiday stuff. Are you guys?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, and Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tiny. What is it? Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
You went with that.
Yeah.
You need to have a hobble. Now, are you guys? Because this year feels more. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we've done a bunch of Christmas stuff recently. But there's been years where I'm like, it doesn't feel like Christmas, other than like the holiday nonsense or holiday shopping craziness. That's the only thing that reminds me of Christmas anymore.
This year I can't say I'm as jolly as physically, but as I normally am. Like, I didn't even put the Christmas lights out.
You lost 30 pounds of your jolliness.
I haven't put out my Christmas lights yet. I don't think I'm going to this year. We don't have a lot of people coming over this year. We're more going out, so it's like, oh, what's the point?
There's that window that if you don't put up Christmas lights by like December 10th,
Yeah,
you're
the
like,
first week of December, I was like, oh, F it.
yeah, exactly. You're just
Too
like, I'm
much
done.
effort.
Because it
My
takes,
wife has a very strict rule.
Yes.
The lights and the tree. Okay, first we go buy the tree the day after Thanksgiving.
You guys do a real tree?
We go get a real tree, and we always put the lights up like that weekend. So as soon as Thanksgiving's done, she's like Thanksgiving decorations are all away and Christmas is out. Like,
I think we
she's
still have some
ready to
Halloween
go.
decorations.
yeah, and you guys actually did a real tree?
We always do a real tree, yeah.
Now, I always have a problem when I always feel like I'm going to light that thing on fire in the middle of the night because they get
Or
dried
how
out.
does it last till the end of the...
Oh, you just put water
I know
in
you
it?
put water in it, but I've done
It's
job.
crazy. It's a crazy thing.
No, I remember we had a real tree a few years ago when I was a kid, and we would put water in it, but it's still just
Few
how
years
dry
ago.
it is here in Vegas. It just would dry out. And the other thing too is like there's pine needles like all the way until like June of next year. You still here's a pine needle stuck in the carpet or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We sweep.
We clean our dociles. Come on.
My wife's pretty into making it all look nice and tidy when
Yeah.
it's done. So yeah, no, it's not really an issue for us. So I like the real tree. I think it's
Yeah,
nice.
the smell.
And
Yeah.
it's just
Listen,
and
I
it's
have a
kind of-
fake tree and a pine candle, and then it's done.
Done and done.
Grew up without traditions, so
Yes.
it's nice to start building traditions. Excited for the first Christmas with the girls, so that'll be fun. So I took,
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
so yeah, it's like that's like my first Christmas too.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
super
live-
cool.
Once you have
First
kids, do you even
Christmas.
get Christmas presents anymore, or is it just all for them?
I don't really care about Christmas presents either way for myself.
Well, I think we talked about this. I mean, we're grown kids. We just buy all the things we want. We buy for ourselves.
Yeah,
so it
just
makes
My wife hates that.
it makes it really hard.
I just bought Xbox 360 like 3 days ago.
I know.
I'm not gonna wait for Christmas. I gotta just buy what I want.
Yeah, like I have a Amazon, you can create the Amazon wish list, and then I'm really bad because I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it. And then it's like, what if someone got you that? And I'm like, did you? She's like, no, but what if someone else got you that? Because we to try to make things easier on her side of the family, we kind of exchange lists, which I appreciate
That is nice.
because I love you, honey. But we are terrible shopping together on Christmas. We get into, how do you guys feel? Okay, here's the first question. How do you guys feel about the gift card thing? Do you find it, don't do it? Do you
It
find,
depends.
okay, explain.
Like, I don't want to give somebody an Amazon gift card for cash. That sucks. But if I'm going to give my wife a Victoria's Secret gift card, because I'm not going to be that creepy guy trying to pick out stuff,
Yeah.
then I'll get something like that only she would
I
know
like
to
being a
get.
creepy guy.
Yeah, you do. Like, my wife's about your size. Here, try it on.
This
Yeah,
one
you're that
smells
guy.
good. We'll get that one.
Oh, Jesus. You went
Okay,
way worse.
wow. No wonder you don't like to go in. Yeah, get with the gift card.
But yeah, that kind of
I
stuff.
was like creepy, and you were like around the world.
Blew it out of the water.
All right, go ahead.
But like a Target gift card or like Best. I mean, I think those gifts are lame.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm always of the mind. I'm always worried, and this is just a general worry that I have. I'm like, here's a gift, and you're like, oh, you gave me a chore. I have to go return this now.
Well, then who cares? It's not that counts, David.
No, I know, but I'm saying I don't want to be first of all, return. I think it's just because I worked in retail. Like returning anything during after the holiday season is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours, and everyone's upset because they're broke from all the money they spent on Christmas. What about you, Jordan? How do you feel about the whole gift card situation?
I think it's fine. I think it depends on how well you know the person. If it's like an uncle and aunt or distant, like my wife's aunt and uncle, they usually get me a gift card, which I don't want anything. So it's super nice that they do anything for me, but they don't know what I like or what I want.
Right.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
That's cool. You thought of me, you went out and you got me a gift card. That's sweet. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Sometimes restaurant gift cards are cool because it's it makes you go out and to have a date night. You know what I mean? And not that you can't just do that anyway, but it just forces you to do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. So it's really if the gift isn't here's $50, it's here, take a night out and enjoy yourself.
Now, do you feel cheaped because all these restaurants now, if you buy a gift card, that person gets a $10 off their current meal? You're like, the reason you got me this gift card is you bought me a $25, but really it's only $15, buddy.
I didn't even know.
As long as you're getting the whole 25, who cares?
No, I know, but I always think it's funny. I'm like, where's the $5 one that you got? How come that's not in here?
I wish I would have known that. I just bought one of those for somebody. I didn't get $10 off.
Most of the restaurants,
some of them have buy 50, you get 10 or
So
something.
if you go to Walmart, they've got racks of just gift cards for all the different places. You can just buy it for.
I have a beef.
Outback.
I've got something that grinds my gears. Okay,
All right. I love
here we
that.
go.
That's
Here we
my
go.
favorite
This is
segment.
frustrating. Okay, I don't know when this started, but apparently, I think probably it had to have happened within the last year or two. This transaction fee for buying gift cards, you go buy an American Express $50, and they're like, oh, there's a $4.95 to activate it. I'm like,
what?
Exactly. I'm like, American Express is already making money off of the transaction because it's an American Express card. The person that the retailer
merchant fees, yeah.
they have to pay, and I'm like, how? So now a $50 gift card is $54.95. So a lot of the retailers like Target, Walmart, Home Depot, restaurants like Buffalo Wild Wings, Olive Garden, they don't charge that. That's built into their kind of system because they don't.
You get the credit cards.
But if you get the credit card ones, and that is, I think that's insane. I'm like, come on, really?
Is that tacked on by American Express or is it tacked on by the establishment selling it?
I think it's by American Express.
It's tacked on as part of the card, and then the retailer charges that.
Well, I just didn't know if the retailer's I'm going to make $5 more.
No. It's on the actual card that's printed.
Oh, wow.
I find that ridiculous. And then remember back I don't know if this still goes on, but if you don't use it within a certain amount of time, it starts dwindling slowly.
That was ridiculous.
Come on,
too.
man. There might be reasons for all this.
Not only do you not know this person that you're giving them a gift card, but you don't know them enough where you can't get them a store gift card.
No, that's what I'm saying. Now I don't buy just because of that reason. I'm like, I choose not to buy the credit cards.
I never bought the credit cards.
Yeah,
so
same here.
I think you could at least.
The most general you can get is here's an Amazon. They have pretty much anything.
Yeah, but I think you should know them well enough to be you like Best Buy or you like, you know what I mean? One, you've got to have some inkling, or don't get them a gift if you don't know them that well. Just a card that just says "Nice to see you" every Christmas because you don't know them at all.
Now, do you guys do the Christmas cards? You guys send out Christmas cards each year to all the family and stuff like that? I know.
We still have to send out.
You're under the gun now.
Yeah. You better go right.
I think we're going to try to send them out tomorrow.
You're going to have to do overnight mail. Every card's going to cost you $22.
No, I don't know about that. They'll just get them,
Late.
It's in it says Happy Holidays, so they'll get them in between Christmas and New Year's. That's fine.
That's good enough.
But we normally do that in lieu of gifts for most of our family. Well, I normally buy for my wife, her sister, her mom. So immediate, and then we do Christmas cards for everybody else. I think this year we just did the pugs because who wants to look at this mug?
I can get it for free on the internet now. We'll freeze it right here. Happy holidays.
Take a picture, throw that crap on your fridge. Done. Happy holidays from Sit Down Standard.
Jordan, you do the.
We did the first time this year.
Well, you got the girls now.
The girls, so
it's not so much about you anymore.
No, it doesn't matter about me at all.
You're just a prop to hold one of the cute kids.
The fun screaming picture of them with Santa Claus on the back. So it's a nice family fun on the front, but if you turn it around, it's them just screaming their heads off at Santa, which is awesome.
Yeah. Now,
some people really hate that. They think it's you're torturing your children by making them sit on Santa's lap and then screaming.
No, it's hilarious because you show them 15 years from now. It's look how little.
I know, it's great. I got a picture of my wife with her twin sister screaming on Santa's lap, and now I have a picture of my daughters screaming on Santa's lap. It's so awesome. But there's a group out there that they're very angry because you're putting the kids through some traumatic experience. Like, they don't know. They don't care. They just sit. They're happy right before they sit there.
Yeah.
They scream, and then they're happy as soon as you take them off. Like, they.
That's scarred for life.
Right. I was like, if they were like begging me to not go to Santa because they're scared, then I wouldn't take them.
Yeah.
But if it's just like they don't care, they don't know any better. Yeah. If they're like, where are we going? Going to see Santa? And they just start bawling. I'm like, yeah, we're good. we don't gotta go see Santa. But they don't care. They're fine. These people need to lighten up.
How long was the line? Because I know that
It wasn't
can be.
too bad. We did it a few weeks ago. My wife is on the ball.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's really
Your
on
guys'
the ball.
decorations are always like perfect.
Everything's done really early and stuff, so we don't have to worry about rushing. And
That's good.
every card is done early. Like, we already sent our Christmas cards out like weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, should've.
it's not because of me. Trust me.
Should have done that.
They'd never show up if it was me, but she's on top of it. So yeah, the line wasn't long. They called and made reservations, and we just walked up and
Nice.
got them done. Took them 45 minutes to print the pictures because they didn't know how to use the computer.
You're like, come here, I'll show you.
No, I
So
did.
let me get back.
Did you really? Did you go back there?
I went on.
You went into
computer,
Sata's workshop?
and I did it myself. And then I got yelled at because they're like, no customers to touch our computer. And I was like, well, they guys don't know what you're doing. And I was like,
I paid you guys for pictures. I want my picture.
And then the guy who was supposed to be doing it was like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Leave him alone.
That's awesome.
And I was able to pull the pictures off and put them on a thumb drive. It was ridiculous.
That's awesome. Very cool. So, do you? What do you guys have planned for the holidays? What are you guys doing this year? Anything special?
Did you do Christmas cards?
We sent out Christmas cards. We didn't do anything like a photo. It was just like more, like the box that you get at Hallmark or whatever, where you send them.
So
send
general happy holidays from David and
Alyssa. Yeah.
Nice.
So I think one year we did photos, but yeah, we haven't done it for a few years. But again, my wife's on the ball. I wouldn't.
Right.
She's so good at it. Like so we'll send out a card. And someone will send us like a thank you card or whatever. Like people do thank you cards. She should I get a thank you card for their thing? I'm like, stop.
Oh, I know.
Stop.
I
like,
know. My wife's the same way. Like, thank you for thanking me.
I'm
It's
like,
no.
stop. This has to end. There's no you're welcome card.
It's called feedback. It will just loop forever.
Yeah. I always think of that like when someone sneezes. Like you have this long conversation with somebody after you don't know them and they sneeze. So they sneeze, you say, bless you. They say thank you, and you say you're welcome. Like I've had a longer conversation with you than like some of my friends that I've known for decades.
because I sneezed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how my wife is with the cards. But yeah, we're on top of it. But
Is that the reindeer card I have on my fridge, or is
I
that
think
your
so.
dad?
It might be my dad.
I don't know.
See, that's a problem. Me and my
I
dad.
didn't get a card.
I think it's in the mail.
Yeah.
It's in the mail.
Yeah.
It's in the mail.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with having the same name as your dad, though.
Yeah,
because
I know.
it says David Bray, and then I tune out immediately, and so I didn't read the next name that's
Nice.
on there. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks, David, and I put it on the
See,
fridge.
sometimes it works out well. I'm like, I could have just taken credit for what he did.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that gift that he got you, that was for me. But what do you guys have planned for the holidays this year? You guys doing anything for Christmas Eve? Anything for Christmas Day?
I think Christmas Eve we're going to my mother-in-law's house.
Yep.
For dinner, ham and tamales.
Yes.
That's how the Mexicans do. Love it.
That's awesome.
And then Christmas morning, I'm making breakfast. They're all coming over, presents, all that good stuff. And then I think Christmas dinner, we always go Chinese food. That's a little tradition of my wife and I.
It's awesome. Rah, 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 rah.
Exactly.
We'll get into the
You
movie.
Racist. And then,
That's from the movie.
and then going to my grandpa's after for White Elephant with my family. So.
Oh, so you guys do White Elephant that night?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I know that.
Normally you do it during the day, but my uncle and his girlfriend are going to go see Star Wars, so we got to go plan it around them. Jerks.
Worth rescheduling. Move it around. Christmas is
Reschedule
the
a
day
whole
after.
family thing just because you has to see Star Wars. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of our plans.
Jordan, what are you doing for this
We
Christmas?
always go to my mother-in-law's for Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And then go to my mom's house for Christmas Day. So that's kind of the
Like
standard
all day?
we do.
Do you cook anything?
No.
No?
I don't have
Nothing.
to
You
do
just go
anything.
and eat and just be
Yeah.
merry.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, okay.
Do you
my-
prefer
so my-
Christmas food over Thanksgiving food?
It's kind of
It's like the same food.
I know.
Oh,
it is.
really? See, we haven't had like traditional Christmas food since I was a kid. We always do something
Like turkey, ham. Well, you
Yeah.
said ham. Are you talking like are they ham tamales or are they ham comma?
It's ham, a ham and some tamales.
Okay, I was just saying. Hey,
But
listen,
that's the
ham
first year.
tamales don't sound bad. I mean,
Last year we just did tamales, but we don't have like turkey. We don't have the Thanksgiving dinner for Christmas. We haven't in a really long time.
I think for me, we always go to every year we go to Christmas Eve for my aunts, and we do White Elephant. And some of the White Elephants I've gotten gifts in the past. I got a bag of Meow Mix and then put a $50 gift card, like buried it into the Meow Mix.
Nice.
And then of course everyone was pissed because they were like, "You got a bag of cat food? Like you're a jerk." And I was like, "Oh well, I'll take it back." And then they were like, yeah. And so then I opened it up and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll keep this $50 gift card. And they were like, oh. And then one year I took Christmas lights like this, and I took some pair of really nice in-ear headphones, Bose headphones, and I wrapped them around the crappy Christmas lights, a box full of just Christmas lights. They're like, see, you suck. And then everyone's like, wait, last year he did something clever. And then they were like looking through it, and I tied them so tight against it you couldn't really tell. It just looked like
At
more
first
wiring.
glance, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's like, you're a jerk. You can. But actually, my cousin Kelly was like, no, I'll take them. I'm sure there's something inside a bulb, or there's like something, money in each side. No, and of course she got a pair of really nice headphones. So I always every year try to like give a crappy gift, but
So
then
what
something
is
good.
White
One thing, your
elephant.
family, like, you're jerks. Like, it's Christmas.
I know.
All
but
right, come
we
on.
are mean to each other. You only
I get
roast the ones you love, but
What is white elephant?
so White Elephant is, well, there's like gift exchange in White Elephant, or traditionally it's turned more into a gift exchange, like a nice gift, and then we do like a deck of cards, and then everyone takes a card, and then if you're a low number, you start the game, and there's a group of gifts that are all wrapped or in bags, and no one knows what anything is, and they go up and they pick something. And then the next person goes, and they can either steal a gift that's already been taken from the group of presents. They can steal one, and then that person gets to go either steal something from someone else or go back to the main group of presents. Now,
So best is to go last then.
yes.
Yeah, because then you get a choice of all
You
the
can just
gifts.
pick
Now,
whatever you
that's
want.
not necessarily true, because in ours we play after it's been stolen twice or 3 transfers, including the transfer from the main pile. It is a frozen gift, and
that's
you
a
can
normal thing. You can't steal it again.
you can't steal it again. Now, traditionally we played this, and everyone got crappy gifts like shake weights and Snuggies, like stuff that's goofy and no one would really like. Like I got a ceramic fox from one White Elephant, and it's awesome. I keep it in my kitchen. It's awesome. I love
It
it.
fits perfectly. It's good, like, conversations like, what the hell?
What is that? Originally we started with crappy gifts, and I think now we've kind of moved more towards just kind of like unisex, nice, like a lot of gift cards, a lot of food, a lot of stuff that everybody would enjoy. But I always tried to like walk that line between crappy gift and cool gift. But yeah, it
We
was.
do the traditional, just $25 limit, but
Yeah.
no gift cards. We don't do gift cards.
You've never done that?
No. Well, I went to like one of my wife's. I didn't know that was what it was called, but I've gone through a similar process
Right.
at like a Christmas party for my wife's law firm she worked for.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, don't really have family.
Well, we talked about all your memories. We always love doing these holiday episodes with Jordan.
My input is always so great.
Now, going back to when me and Gerald were kids. I'm kidding, Jordan. I do have questions for you. So one of the things that I always think of when I was a kid with the holidays and Christmas was the Christmas play. Remember this when you were in elementary? Did you do this? So they had all the kids would sing some
I don't
Christmas...
think I ever did a Christmas play. I
Really?
remember doing like I was in choir for 5th grade because that's kind of the thing everybody did, and then band in 6th all the way through high school. But I remember doing the Christmas concerts.
Yes.
But never a play.
Did you do what's that one song that Dwight Schrute loves? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, ba-ba-na-na,
No, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
You
No,
didn't
never,
do that
never
when you were in
played that,
band?
no.
Oh, that
We
seems
did the
so epic.
typical, sleigh ride and hard
Seems a little
bells and-
intense for 5th graders.
You're gonna do the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. No one leaves this room until they get it. But you didn't do like the singing, like I guess in 5th grade.
Yeah, in 5th grade, how cover bells.
Yeah, exactly. All
I
that
did
good
that,
stuff.
and that's the only reason why I know that song. And then all the other years I was in band, we always did just your typical Christmas concert.
So this is the question I had for you, Jordan. So obviously, I mean, in school, you went to like you didn't go to like a parochial school, like a church school, right? When you were a kid?
No, just regular public
So
school.
what did you? I mean, because we always had like Christmas parties and like things
Yeah,
like.
so I would leave. Like
No,
the
no.
room
Here's the thing.
and go
What-
to another.
Did
room
you
that's
have
not
to?
having a Christmas party? To my parents, yes, I did.
No,
have
no,
to.
but could you just stay there and just tell your parents, even you have like cupcake dust on your face? You're like, no, I didn't go.
Well, see, my mom worked at the school.
Ah,
so there was a little.
they
I
got
could-
all bases covered.
There was little I could do. Yeah, so I did. Honestly, I didn't mind as a kid because I didn't know any
Well,
different.
you took
So
the approach that if
took
I
a-
couldn't do
yeah,
it, I don't
was-
like it.
I
so.
wasn't like, oh my god, they're getting to do that. I was like, I don't want to do that anyway. So I didn't care. I just went somewhere else. Usually, like anytime they were doing like a Santa Claus like art project, I would do a snowman art project. Or like one time they were like decorating, painting ornaments. I still have these, and everybody was painting like elves and Christmas stuff, and I painted a circus elephant. And I still have
Or like a solid color.
I still have
love
my
it.
circus elephant. Yeah, it's like ceramic ornament.
That's
circus
super
elephant.
cool.
So yeah, I did. Honestly, as a kid, I didn't care at all. It wasn't until I got to like my teenage years that I was able to build resentment.
That's for your parents.
As most teenagers do, even if there's no reason to be mad at at your parents. You're still angry
but
at
as
them.
a kid, it was neither here nor there.
But you got a lot of time off of school, so I mean, at the end of the day, it was
it was
a
fun.
win-win for all kids, right?
So like every Christmas, we would like a couple days before my parents, we would go to like some kind of like art store and like either get like a model car or like some cool puzzles or something, and that's what we would do all day during Christmas because everything's closed, we can't go out and do anything. So we would just do like little art projects and stuff. It was fun.
Yeah, you're still
We
hanging out.
kind of
with
got presents, but
Well, yeah, I guess they were. Well, actually, what we would do is on my parents' anniversary. Well, I think we did it like 3 times, but we would do like a big gift exchange, which was like a Christmas, and there was just like a pile of presents in the corner, and we couldn't open them until August 1st because that was their anniversary, and I did get that excitement for those periods of time.
Right.
I mean, everything was purchased at like a dollar store, but but it was
thought
still,
that counts, right?
And no video games, which that was a rule my mom made. We could not buy video games
Really?
for each other, even though we couldn't afford them. Probably it's the real reason, but yeah, that was I don't know. Makes me mad. I love video games.
I know, but maybe that's why you love them.
now you
know,
can
like
think back, and as an adult, think back and like,
But no,
it's
they
good times.
they tried to do things to make it as normal as possible for us.
Right.
They knew it was weird, and like so, like we did do one costume party, and like it was like April or something once with like other kids in our church and stuff.
Yeah.
We did. It was not horrible,
right? No, of course.
but
not.
yeah,
you turned out. Perfect.
I don't have any of the fun memories though of like.
Yeah, but that's why I
reading
think
the books and singing the songs. And
can't wait to wake
Holiday
up and
yeah.
run in the living room.
Now, Gerald, did you ever do let me ask first. Do you guys like the caroling? Do you like when people come to your do people do that anymore? Do people even do that anymore?
I don't think so. I haven't seen carolers in a very long time. I think when I was a Boy Scout and when I was a wee lad, and we did caroling. I think for a couple of years we'd go around and carol. But,
Oh man, I wish I had video of that.
no, I don't.
Little Gerald.
I feel like caroling was more popular before we could record everything and play it on our phones.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we don't
maybe.
need that.
But I
yet.
haven't seen carolers in ages.
I think sometimes I think there's a group I know it's either like a church group that comes by and goes down the street and does it, and it's really cool. It gives this like it feels old school. And they actually like dress up. They wear like the big hats and
The coats and stuff.
Yeah, the scarf that's around, and they sing and they have the little candles. It's
in your
cute.
neighborhood?
Yeah, they'll come through the neighborhood. I mean, I
Oh, that is
think
cool.
they kind of it's definitely something that I think the larger HOA type of thing puts together, because I know they have like a big holiday extravaganza or whatever at the park across the street. So, which by the way, that park's awesome. Like they have like a circus tent that they put up once a year where like they have like a Ferris wheel. It's ridiculous. I'm like, why didn't I live here when I was 8? I lived in a bad neighborhood where it was like, those will all be stolen in the middle of the night.
HOA,
Yeah.
all those precious HOA fees are going to.
Yeah, I know. Well, they better. But yeah, so you guys never did any caroling as a kid, did you?
I just said I did.
You
No.
didn't?
He said he did
Oh.
as a Boy Scout.
Oh no,
Did
right.
you? Is that
I
what
mean,
you're
as an
waiting
adult,
for?
would you go do it? Sorry, would you go do it now?
No.
Why not?
I wouldn't do it either.
Because we did some stuff this year. Me and my wife, and then your wife and us two went to a couple holiday things this year, right?
Yeah, we did the Speedway where they light up the whole Speedway and you drive around, see all the pretty lights and all that kind of stuff, and listen to Christmas music. I was getting drunk in the back of your car, drinking scotch out of a flask. It was good times. And then we went to Ethel M, and they kind of do the same thing. They have like a little garden area that they decorate with Christmas lights. And
Yeah, so the Ethel M factory is here in town. The people who make like chocolate. It's a chocolate factory. We didn't see any Loompa Loompas, so we don't know if it's an actual
Why
chocolate
bother?
factory. No, but yeah, they have desert landscaping that they're kind of known for, because that factory's been here, I think, since like the 50s or 60s. It's been here a long time. And so they decorate it with ridiculous lights. Now, I always think it's funny because it's a desert landscape. So there's like a ton of like cacti everywhere. And like I used some poor kid who had to like run lights around this stupid cactus. I'm like, that sucks. He's like, why not I'm getting assigned to like the bushes, not the cactus. That's the kid who just started. But yeah, it was a great time. And it was a little crowded, but they had the food trucks there and stuff like that. So, and of course they've got the music playing, and then there's a super long line for Santa. So it had, and then the Speedway's really cool. Have you seen that, Jordan?
No. I don't ever go out and do any of that stuff.
You will now.
We don't.
You will now.
We don't
Oh,
leave the house
humbug,
much.
Jordan.
I know. We don't leave the house. I am going to try and take the kids up to Mount Charleston and see if we can find
it's
some
so much
snow,
fun,
just
yeah.
to show them snow and stuff. But no,
That's
I don't.
easy.
We
You don't have to go that far.
Oh, really?
It's
Good.
like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's funny. As a kid, when you were a kid, when I was a kid, like these like the Speedway, which essentially there's a Speedway here in Vegas. It's like a racetrack, and they decorate the entire racetrack because it's got like you drive through like the tunnel portions of like where you sit in the stands, and they like decorate it all in lights. It's super cool, and you drive like 2 miles per hour, and when I was a kid, going out to the Speedway was like, oh, you better like pack a lunch. You're going to be on the road for a while. It's like 5 minutes away from like homes. Like it's, you're like, okay, we're done with, like, it used to just take forever to get there. And the same thing with
the city has stretched so far
yeah,
out
it's
now.
crazy. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. That got me kind of in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, same here.
And again, we're not working in retail anymore. I'm not like bombarded with holiday music in like October and sick of it by the time Christmas comes around. Like I
hated that working at Best Buy.
yeah, because I mean the second it turns like a little cold outside, I'm like, put on the Christmas music. But now I don't get that, so I actually like checking, turn on the channel that's constantly playing.
106.5. Yeah, that's what I put on too. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got all the Christmas music. What's some of your guys' favorite Christmas songs?
Sleigh Ride is my favorite one.
Really?
The Carpenters. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I don't know. That's just like, I just think it's such a cool, snappy song. And I don't know, just like, I didn't really do much with Christmas songs until I was older, and I just thought that was a cool one. And then, of course, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, that's always
Yeah,
good.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is awesome. I like the Alvin and Chipmunks one. What is it? All I Want is a Hula Hoop. I love that as a kid.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that
Those
one-
are so brutal, man. As a kid, I even as a kid, I was like, this is annoying.
But all
you're
I
annoyed-
want is the hula hoop.
Yeah,
You know,
those are
that's
great.
a good song. And then also the 12 Days of Christmas. That's the Partridge in a Pear Tree, right?
Yes.
But the Muppet version of it.
Yes.
When like every Miss Piggy screaming like 5 golden rings.
Yeah, it was great.
I
That was
like
fu-
those. Are my
when we were
favorite
in the
ones.
Speedway, we had all the windows down and they had music playing. You can like time it with like the lights and stuff like that. And we're just like screaming off the top of our lungs all these Christmas
Screaming,
carols.
yeah.
It's so much fun. My absolute favorite is "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
That would be your favorite.
I love that song. And again, this will go into my probably. I don't know if it's my favorite Christmas movie. Oh, did you knock it over? Nice, good job, way to go.
We're cool.
My favorite Christmas movie, probably that I enjoy watching now, is How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I love that movie. He nails it, man. He's so good as the Grinch. And I remember watching something about that particular movie. He had to wear these like full eye contacts, and they're extremely painful. So he actually like brought in like a Navy SEAL to teach him like how to deal with pain. And so one thing,
Jeez, for a Christmas movie.
yeah, I know. For your
It's intense,
entertainment.
man.
And so he taught the Navy SEAL taught him about like transferring, like giving yourself pain in other areas to take your mind off of that. So he would joke about he'd be on the set and all of a sudden he would just be like, oh, and hit himself in the leg really hard and be like, okay, I'm all right. All right, let's do the next scene.
Line.
Yeah. So what are your guys' some of your absolute favorite Christmas movies to watch now as well as when you were a kid?
Well, as a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch
No,
Christmas
I
movies.
know. You know
No.
what I mean. As a younger lad, maybe when you were in your teenage years. When you
Die
started,
Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard was always my favorite too. And then like it's like, oh, it's not technically a Christmas
What do you
movie.
mean it's not Christmas?
Yeah, I always thought it was, but your definition of Christmas movie, something that instills the Christmas spirit.
It is a Christmas.
All
I'll
that
say
kinda-
it is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas, but it's not.
Ho, ho,
always-
ho.
plays in Christmas time. Yeah, ho ho. Yeah, there are multiple.
So during the Christmas party.
That's. I mean, again,
Die Hard used to be my favorite trilogy, but then they just kept coming out with movies. And I was like, well, you're not my favorite trilogy anymore.
So that one I try to watch every year. But in terms of like good Christmas movies, Muppet Christmas Carol, we watched it last night. Oh, love that movie.
that is a good one.
It's probably my favorite telling of that, other than Scrooged.
Yeah,
Bill Murray is really good.
yeah. I asked the community and I put up a bunch of photos, and you were like, "Oh my god, I've totally
I completely forgot about Scrooge.
That's
Yeah,
a
it
great
was
one.
really
Bill
good.
Murray's great in that.
Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas, is that a Christmas
Yeah,
movie or a
yeah, that
Halloween
counts.
movie?
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
What's this? What's this?
No,
It
I
transcends
love that.
holidays.
Yeah, I love that soundtrack. It's super good.
I was always I think they've talked to Tim Burton about doing another like kind of style. One, that movie is incredibly hard to make. Like I remember
Stop motion stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and because there's a part with all the other doors, right? All the holiday doors, and I'm like, let's go in another door. You know what I mean?
Right,
I want
right.
to see what you do for let's throw the leprechauns
guys
into
watch
St.
the-
Patrick's Day or into
There
St.
was something
Valentine's.
called the Guardians of. It was like, I don't know.
Yes,
Guardians, and it had like the Easter Bunny who was like badass, and
Yeah.
like the Santa who was like,
Jack
like,
Frost.
tattoo that
Yeah.
was like naughty and nice, and he was like super cool.
yeah. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
It was
What-
actually a really fun movie. I enjoyed it. It was Sandman was in it, like the one that makes the kids sleep, and he was super cool. Like they made all the like different, what are they, figures? What are those called?
Like folktale kind of.
Yeah,
stuff,
like it was Easter Bunny, Santa, the Tooth Fairy, and
Yeah.
Sandman, and then Jack Frost, and it just made them all super badass. It was a really cool movie. But do you guys like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
I love that movie.
What
That's the
happened to
heyday of
Tim
Home
Allen?
Improvement.
Oh, he's doing Last Man Standing, I think, is a TV show that he does.
He
right?
does like vulgar stand up like
He
all
does.
the other
It-
dads of that era.
It's weird because like him and Bob Saget are both very vulgar. If you go watch their like stand up, it's like whoa, like, and they were like that before they did Full House
Right.
and all that stuff.
Get
But yeah, I love Santa
typecasted.
Claus. Now they again the same thing with a lot of not Disney, but just Christmas movies. They kind of ran it into the ground with the
See,
sequels.
Santa Claus 2 I didn't really care for, but Santa Claus 3 I actually liked.
Martin Short.
Yeah,
I
I
never
never watched the
liked
third
Martin
one. I
Short.
watched the second one. Was like, ugh, I'll just stick to the original.
I agree with that. The second wasn't that great, but the third one I thought was actually pretty good. I enjoy Martin Short in general, but he did a good job in the movie, and it kind of brought back similar to this first one, the same kind of feeling. But yeah, I like those. I think I watched those when I was a younger kid. I don't think I was supposed to, but I think I went with my grandma because they didn't celebrate the same religion we did. So
Gotcha.
my grandma was like, "Here's a Christmas present."
Nice.
In terms of new ones, I like Bad Santa. I love Bad Santa. It's such a good movie. Billy
Yeah.
Bob Thornton.
I thought that because they made is Bad Teacher related to that?
No.
Okay, it's just they just went okay because I thought they were gonna do like a whole series of like bad versions of like things that should be good.
No. I think they're doing a Bad Santa too.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I really like that movie. It's really good. I mean, it's like obviously it's for adults and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
it's
and then it instills the Christmas spirit toward the end of the movie.
Yeah, of course.
It's
It is really funny, like really funny.
Yeah.
But then like they'll
Man,
show
you
it
are
on.
clumsy right now. Knocking over, just
so
stand
tired.
still.
It's so early.
I can't remember what I was saying.
You're
But-
saying you really like that movie?
Oh, Bad Santa. Yeah. Oh, they play it on the TV, like the censored version. I'm like, why
the
bother?
TV.
Why bother?
It's like they put
Yeah,
Scarface
what's the point, yeah.
Scarface one year on TNT, and I was like, how are you even like you're
Yeah.
gonna show the credits at the beginning and the credits at the end? Like,
Right.
there's no way to show any of this.
you
but
just show Billy Bob Thornton like drunk falling over, and you can't say anything because it'll all
Exactly.
be bleeped out.
And then Elf is another good
yes, Elf
modern
is
classic.
so good. Me and my wife recently went and saw a play version of Elf at the
Nice.
local Smith Center here in town. It was excellent. It was so funny. Like the music was great because I was worried. I was like, because it's gonna have to be all original music. And it was funny. The guy who plays Buddy the Elf was a great singer. And I was always like, like with that stuff, like you can be a good singer. It's hard to be a comedian and a singer. You know what I mean? But he actually was. I mean, he's not as good as Will Ferrell. I mean, that's kind of tough to follow.
Was he trying to?
The Will
be
Ferrell can't
No.
sing either, so
Right. Well, that's not true. I've seen him sing on Conan O'Brien a couple times when he sings his Baccarat, right? What is
The, like slow jazz or whatever. he
Yeah,
does.
jazz flute. No, he wasn't. He was definitely trying to be Buddy the Elf, but he wasn't trying to do exactly Will Ferrell. Like they changed some of the lines, but the music is really funny because one of the very first songs is about how elves are so cheery and it kind of bothers Santa because he's like, just like take it down a notch. And then like even the elves are like, Buddy the Elf though is like way above us, and he like comes in and they did a good job of like. All the people that were elves had little shoes like attached to their knees and they like knee walked everywhere.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super cool. They did an excellent job.
What's your
And-
favorite color?
yeah, and what's it? My favorite thing is smiling. But yeah, it was really good. The girl that plays the character of Zoe Deschanel was awesome. She was very funny. I mean, no one's gonna beat Zoe. But it was a lot of fun. It was fun. I think doing the speedway, doing the lights. This year feels more like that Christmas time, that Christmas spirit is around. It feels cool.
Where's all your lights then, David?
Right here on the table. I'm in the same boat though. I didn't get the lights out until it's like December. What's today? And I still don't have lights up. But I have next week off, and I think we are going to put up the tree. Now, one tradition that her family, I think did this a while ago, but they decorate the tree on Christmas Day together. So the tree is up with I think maybe lights, and then they put the ornaments on.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We do something that's kind of cool with the ornaments stuff. We started doing it a few years ago, but every time you go on a vacation, something cool, like if we went to Napa for our anniversary or we went to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And, you always
That'd
want to
be
get
awesome.
yourself like a cool, souvenir. But then you'll never look at that souvenir again, especially we're not trinket people. We keep it all kind
You don't
of...
keep a collection of spoons?
Right. We don't have our bells. Right. So what we do when we're in those locations is we buy an ornament. And it's cool because every year when you're putting up the ornaments, you think about that vacation. You're like, remember this or like, remember this. And we'll have it forever. So it'll be like, we'll always have, the wine corks from Napa.
That's super cool.
That is cool.
So so it gives you a reason to
You
look
remember
at them
that
every
moment.
year.
So-
Yeah. And so I look forward to putting the ornaments on the tree because they all mean something, picture of our dog when she was a puppy or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like and we just got the girls each a block, like
First
a
Christmas
building
kinda.
block. Yeah. With their letter on it and
That's
stuff.
super
so their
cute.
first first Christmas. So yeah, I definitely think everyone should do that. And it's a better way to do a souvenir than anything else, in my opinion.
Right.
We realized after putting ornaments up this year, we have way too many Disney and or Star Wars ornaments.
Yeah, last year we compressed. Like when I was taking, because I had to take down the boxes out of the attic for this stuff. And a couple years ago, it was like box after box. We compressed a lot. I think now we only have like 4 or 5, which is still a lot.
Wow.
I'm like, I think we have 3 boxes. of just
No,
all
we
the
had like
Christmas
10 or 11. My wife is definitely like on point with the Christmas stuff, and she having to get rid of stuff is hard. But the thing I like the very detailed ornaments, but it's like you have to keep, like, everything has its own little plastic bubble fitting, but my wife and her best friend do instead of doing gift exchange every year, which kind of the stress of that, like trying to find something that, because you want to, I know it's the thought, but everybody wants to get, like, I always feel like my wife wants to get the gift that makes the person cry. Like that's the standard in which we're held at. It's rough,
man. That is rough.
I know, and I'm totally the opposite. I'm like, just give them a gift card. But her and her best friend, what they do every year is kind of the same thing. They exchange a ornament, and what they do is throughout the year, like, if they're at a place that does like an ornament or something like that, they'll pick that up and then give it to them. So it's something like, I think she bought her ornament this year for her best friend, like in the middle of the year.
Right.
We always visit her folks that live in Albuquerque, and they actually have a Christmas store called the Christmas Store, and all they sell is Christmas stuff. And I'm always like, man, it's got to be a tough like business, like like March, like it's on a lot of ornaments, but they're super busy. I'm sure November, December, but they have like the coolest ornaments. Like they have thousands upon thousands, like Star Wars ones that like they've handmade stuff. It's really, really cool.
I got a little BB-8 one from the World of Disney when I was there in California.
Yeah,
a little ceramic BB-8 one.
I've got a Green Lantern.
Nice.
Of course you do.
You sent me the photo of it. Actually, that was
The actual lantern, or is it him?
It's just the symbol.
It's the symbol. Yeah, it's
cool.
awesome. It's super cool.
I have a Superman and a Batman one too, but they're just scattered throughout the tree.
Yeah.
What color lights do you guys go with on the tree? White, multicolor? Multicolor?
Yeah.
I like. Okay, when we're gonna get some new lights, I think at the end of the holiday season, everything goes on crazy sale. I like the old school big fat bulbs, like the old school's 1970s. Yeah,
We have those for outside. They're like this big, or you can't obviously see on the audio, but so they're like a
yay
3/4 of an
yay.
inch. Yeah, yay by yay. This big guys, but they're LED, so they're still new, so they don't burn up and stuff.
Yeah, right,
but
right.
they look like the old ones.
Yeah, the
for
LEDs
outside.
are getting more affordable, because I remember when I was looking to buy some new lights, I was like, I'm not spending $80 for a string of lights. Like,
Yeah, they're
insane?
nowhere near that much anymore. All of the lights on our tree are all LED.
If you'll save over the course of 10 years, I'm like, I only put these up for a month, and I'm lucky if they go up for a month.
I think their lights are going to be old school. I was at my brother-in-law's house, and they just have like a little projector on the ground.
We
and
saw
it
that.
just projects lights all over the
That's
house.
the one you're talking about?
So like, you don't even need to put lights up. You just project the lights onto the house.
It does
and put
look
it in
cool,
like
though.
one projector. It looks super awesome. I was like, if you got 3 of those, you'd cover your whole house, and it would look better than your neighbor, and you wouldn't have to hang lights at all.
Like, yeah, a few years ago, like the big improvement was the net light that you throw over like
yeah.
a bush.
A bush
Because remember,
done.
I was a
Yeah.
kid, I had to like, my dad was like, make sure you get it, like the string of lights.
Evenly spread out.
Yeah,
throughout
exactly.
The bush.
Now it's just like, done. You just throw it over the bush. That's awesome. But the worst thing about Christmas lights is taking them out and putting them away, because the string, and you have to wrap them, and it's like, by the time you're putting them away, you're just like, it's like, you're already it's like February, so you're like, just put them away, hurry up, our HOA is gonna get bad.
And I feel like even our
Shove them in a
neighborhood, like
box.
this year, like we didn't do outside lights because it's just a lot. And then I feel like our neighborhood, they normally do, quite a bit of houses put lights up. But even this year, I don't know, maybe the whole neighborhood isn't feeling as cheerful as normal.
So you need to go around caroling.
There you go.
Yeah, bring it the Christmas spirit.
So we'd take them down day after Christmas. We're like,
You guys are on it
Bam.
though, man.
We normally do like the weekend of New Year's. I'll take them down.
oh yeah, yeah.
That's still technically kind of holidays. and
that's
stuff.
still good. Yeah, as
Well,
long
I'll
as you
take
hit-
down the tree.
Where are you? Speaking of New Year's, what do you guys do? You guys have any plans, or you got the babies now? So are you guys gonna go out and have babysitter
Get
watch them?
wasted.
No, we'll go over to my in-laws' house and just hang out there probably, and just
It's
have
funny.
a couple drinks.
Everybody like comes here to like do New Year's, Vegas. Vegas New Year's, and we're just like I've done it a couple times. I mean, it's
That's when they close the strip, right? And people just walk around. And
It is actually really fun.
it is a lot of fun. It is. The problem is, if like I think a couple years ago I went, it was just so cold, man. It is. I mean, it doesn't get as cold as like, it's not snow cold, but it's still like 30, 20 degrees at midnight, and it's just like
That's snow cold, David.
no, but it's not. There's no snow on
There's
the
no
ground.
precipitation.
Yeah, there's no precipitation, but it is a lot of fun to do that stuff. 'cause
It is fun to just walk around the strip. Everybody's in a good mood. Like,
Yeah.
everybody talks. The locals here in Vegas, like, they're like, oh, I wouldn't go down to the strip. It's too crazy. A bunch of crazy guys. And it's like, you go down there and then everybody's like, Happy New Year. Like, everybody's having fun and super
Yeah.
friendly and nice. Like, there was no altercations. Like, nobody, everybody's just walking around just saying
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's like, it's the most pleasant time ever with a big group of 300,000 people. or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
So I really loved going down there, and the traffic though is just horrible because they
Yeah,
close
trying to-
everything.
yeah,
so you
trying
have to
to park.
find unique ways to get around. And then of course you're drinking, so you don't want to drive home,
Right.
And so that always causes.
Now you can just
problems.
Uber it. So
Well, I think one year we thought about doing this was to get a hotel. I was like, that's got to be the way to do it.
Super expensive though.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
crazy.
Especially if you're like, my rent or my mortgage each month is almost half of what I'm going to pay for this one night at a hotel.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's not really worth it. But it's also, it just depends. Hopefully you can get like a family member who doesn't care and they'll come pick you up or
Exactly,
something like that. That's the
exactly.
best route to go.
what are you doing for New Year's, Gerald?
no idea. Not working.
That's good. I think I don't. Yeah, I have off New Year's Day
Probably
and New
stay
Year's
up
Eve.
all night playing video games, drinking.
Nice.
Fall asleep at around 11.
Yeah, I've done that. We did
Like
that
I
one
never
year. We were like, we got together. We were gonna
That
have
was
this big
last year,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, and we like passed out. Like we were like, I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock.
We're
It's
so old
Yeah, I
now.
know. It's the worst. It sucks getting old. But I'll probably play a bunch of board games and stuff like that. I think we'll have fun. I don't think we're gonna go down to the strip or anything this
No,
year
screw that.
because we'll yeah, everyone's got kids now, so we kind of do the kid thing till like 7 o'clock, and then like I always think we should do the countdown for the kids, like at 7.
I know. I'm like, you don't get to enjoy it. The kids will go to sleep right
It's
away.
funny when you get older. All you want, I mean, staying up late as a kid is like the coolest thing ever. Like,
Right.
like, and now as an adult, you're like, trust me, it sucks. You're tired the next morning, and but
Well,
yeah,
plus they are the reason that adults are so tired.
exactly.
It's like I like staying up late too, but you make me wake up at 5 a.m. and now I'm tired.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to add for our holiday episode? Anything exciting that you want to talk about?
What were some of your favorite toys getting for Christmas?
Ah, that's hard.
What did you run down to the tree excited
Okay,
for?
well, here's the thing. Me and my sister we got really good at this, taking the wrapping off of the presents and then putting them back. Like, we were like,
How dare you.
surgeons. We were, no, we didn't take it out and play with it. We just wanted to know.
How dare you?
And then I think my mom got wise because she got I think she wrapped the tape around it a couple times and put a bow on it, tied it real tight. So there's no way to surgically take it off. But we would do that. And then my mom got better at hiding the gifts.
Yeah, because my mom would put out the gifts Christmas Eve, when we went to bed, and it's like, oh, look at all the crap Santa brought. Woo!
Yeah.
That does bring me to a question though. Go ahead and finish, but remind me of Santa question.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I don't want you to forget.
yeah. So did you guys believe in Santa?
Yes,
I still
up
do.
until a certain point. I remember being crushed. I think it was an older kid at school was just like, Santa's not real, right? And I was like, what? Devastated.
That's what I wanted because I want to know how to approach it with my girls because I never was given the opportunity to believe in Santa, so I have no
Right.
idea how upsetting that would be. My parents were always like, "Yeah, everybody lies to their kids. We're not going to lie to you. There's no Santa." And plus, he's not bringing you anything, so
He's not real and he's not.
I don't know. My wife and I kind of talked about this too when we have kids, and we want to. I think we're going to do it where the precedent is set that these presents are from your family and friends and all that kind of stuff. Not Santa Claus, and he's not real. But
No, I think if I think the way I would approach it is kind of what I think.
you're gonna lie.
Yeah. First of all, you lie to your
Yeah.
kids constantly. As little kids, you tell this. I don't know. I to be honest, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I think you have to toe the line carefully because I think you tell them that Santa exists, and then you don't want them to be the first kid to find out that Santa's not real, and you don't want them to be the last kid. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find that.
13 years old, still thinking Santa's real.
So I think it's tough. I mean, having kids is like a dice roll, man.
I
It's
know.
just like, please don't screw up. Like,
So I
please
was
be cool.
thinking, we tell them there's a Santa, but we always how in your stocking or something you'd get toothpaste or I remember one of
Yeah.
my first stockings at my grandma. I think I was 13 or 14. I got walnuts and an orange.
Good for you, man. That's protein and vitamin C.
Traditional, though. That's
And,
traditional.
I was like, I think that stuff should come from Santa, but the
All the
bike
crap.
and all the cool stuff, the Star Wars toys, that's coming from Dad. I think that's gonna say Dad on there, and then Santa.
So then they're like, Santa sucks, and then we're like, well, Santa's not real, so it's okay.
yeah, so they won't care. They're like,
Ah.
oh, that makes sense. That's why he always brought me toothpaste, deodorant.
So yeah, the one of the things I remember was actually, now that you brought it up, was a bike. I remember getting like the Huffy when I was a kid, and I remember you would put, now the bikes are all put together, but I think I specifically remember my parents downstairs screaming at each other trying to put together this stupid bike and trying to figure it out. But now you just buy the whole bike, full size.
I don't know. I just ordered a bike for my goddaughter on Amazon, and it came in a box. They have to put it together. I'm just like, I'm just having it directly shipped to you. You can figure it out. So it's not that hard. I mean,
yeah, but I always loved as a kid when you would, after, because what time did you guys get? Oh, well, Gerald, what time would you wake up to go downstairs? Because me and my sister got like progressively worse and worse. Like we'd get up at like 4 a.m. to like, okay, Santa's here. And my mom would be like, he's not, just go back. He's still doing his rounds. Go back to sleep.
I remember like waking up. I don't remember how old I was. I remember waking up pretty damn early, like 4 or 5. And my mom was still up, like, getting stuff ready.
Right.
And she was just like, Santa's not here yet, go to bed. I was like, okay.
We wouldn't go to sleep. My mom would give us Dimetap.
What?
To make us like
Parents of the year.
She's going to be pissed that I said that, but that's totally true. Well, we wouldn't go to sleep. And she's like, me and your dad have to put together this stupid bike. I will drug you.
Here's a bit of drill.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. So,
you seem a little sniffly. You sure you don't need this? Is this so you don't seem like a bad parent? You're like, no, that's a cold. I know that.
I'm fine.
I know that cough.
Touch your forehead. It's a little warm. I don't know.
Hands are clammy.
Terrible.
I can tell.
But I did love when you would, after you open all your gifts, you'd go outside and all your friends are playing with their gifts, and it was like on the street, you'd everyone have their bike riding back and forth. It was just so cool.
You can see the neighbor with the handprints on the window, just looking out.
What you guys doing?
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna do this model car.
Growing up, I always asked for Legos. I was like a Lego kid, whatever.
Yeah.
Always got Mega Blocks. Never got the cool Lego sets. Always got like, oh, cool, Star Wars Legos. I want that. Oh, here's generic dinosaur Mega Blocks kit.
Hey,
And I was
man.
like, whatever works.
They tried.
Speaking of Legos, we talked about this.
Legos are freaking expensive.
Yeah, they are. And when I was a kid, I remember my dad would get me like the big chest. Like it was just a bunch of pieces, and then you dump it out and you make whatever you want. But you were saying now it's like there's a template.
Everything's pre-made.
Well, I think we talked about like you can just probably go on the internet and get like schematics.
Oh yeah.
Well, I always would build the thing, that came in the set.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like, oh, cool, I built it. And then destroy it, and then build whatever I want.
Right.
I thought it was cool what my dad would do, because my dad's like real creative kind of guy, like artsy guy. He's
Yeah,
a
definitely.
florist, so like that's his thing. And then he paints and does things. But what he would do is he'd sit with us and do the blocks, and he'd make something really cool, like a spaceship, like a really cool spaceship.
Yeah.
And then it would just show us like, oh, wow, like, because we don't have the thought process to think like, I'm going to make a spaceship. So then we were able to make our
Everything
own
was a
kind of
tower.
style. Yeah, right.
I made a snake.
I made a wall 2 bricks deep. So awesome.
That's awesome.
But it was cool because he would show us,
Yeah.
what can be done, and then he'd break it. And we'd make, something cool, similar. We'd always end up making a spaceship too, or making a castle too, or whatever. Yeah. But it wouldn't be as cool. He was always cooler. Adults,
jerks.
The thing is with like all the toys that we would get, I always had a lot of toys. So like the toy thing, I don't think was necessarily like what I would freak out on Christmas Day to open. It was definitely like when video games started coming around. I do remember opening like the Super Nintendo. I remember opening the Sega. Those were the two that I specifically.
never got
you got
video games as
Sega
kids.
and Super Nintendo.
I think I
was
got a
spoiled,
Game Boy.
man.
I think I got a hand-me-down Game Boy Color for Christmas one time. But I never received new video games, new systems, nothing for
Really?
Christmas. It was always too expensive.
For Game Boy Color, I got you beat on the used Game Boy Color. I got my own Game Boy Color wrapped because I left it at my uncle's house.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
I
for
love your uncle.
Christmas, he gave me my own Game Boy.
Wait, I left this there. Oh, this is yours?
He's just like, Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Did he
I got my own
put
Game
it in
Boy.
a box, or did he just
It was wrapped.
like literally just the thing was wrapped, or did he put it like in a smaller box?
Oh no, it was just a wrapped.
Oh, that's
my
awesome.
Game Boy.
Love
That's
it,
awesome.
love it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
terrible at rapping, by the way. You guys good at that?
I used to be good. I worked at a during band in high school. We did like a opened up at the mall. We did like gift wrapping booth for money and stuff like that.
Donation, yeah.
That was pretty good. And this year, I don't give an F. Like so many of the things, like if you look at it from one side, it looks great. If you look at it from any other angle, it's terrible.
Just right this way.
Yeah, just put it right on the tree, just like this. Take a picture, and then it
see-
gets destroyed anyway. Who cares?
Right, and my mom, a lot of the gifts that she gives, she gets them wrapped at wherever she buys them, like Dillard's or Macy's or whatever, and it's just like perfect. I'm like, I need to like you said, like not the kid one. You bring it to like the professionals, man. Like the tape, you don't even see the tape Like it's double-sided tape on the. It's just amazing. The bow is like perfect.
Sarah last year got all of her presents to me wrapped by Amazon.
Yeah.
The one that she got.
Yeah.
But I'm like, babe, this is like $6 every gift. You know,
Yeah, it
5 to
is
$6.
expensive.
So I think this year she's taking all of her gifts, I think today, over to her mom's house to wrap because she doesn't even know how to wrap, doesn't care to learn.
Yeah, I'm more of the gift bag guy. You know, put it in the bag, put
Yeah,
the
that's
little
right.
paper,
Tissue paper.
yeah, sticking out, and then you're done.
I'm just like, here it is. Here you go.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't have kids. You know, the unwrapping of the stuff
I've
is
never
almost
really-
as fun as like enjoying the gift itself.
I don't think I've ever given a gift to a kid.
Well, now you will.
will be
Maybe
the
now you
first-
will.
This will be the first time. But I'm just saying, I don't, like, you know, being that I was grown up by the time,
Yeah.
all my cousins and stuff were all grown up. Like,
That's true.
I just get frustrated because we'll go to like Target and the wrapping paper is insanely expensive. It's like for
What?
a roll, it's like $12. I'm like,
What kind of wrapping paper are you getting? Is this
oh my
gold
wife,
or?
yeah, pretty much it feels like it. It's like gold leaf. Speaking of the Sunday on
Well, if you get the cheap stuff, then when you pick the present up to give it
It
to him, it
rips.
rips. Like, that happens all the time.
Well, they have
It's
that- they have the better ones
It looked
now.
good before.
exactly, they have the ones now, the nicer ones on the backside. They actually have like graph paper, so you can like cut the straight line because you know sometimes you're cutting it like it starts off really good, and then it's like whoa.
You look at it, it's like
yeah, just completely jacked up. But my mom, I mean, I like you said, I think back when I worked in retail, I think we did some wrapping at where I worked, and I was good at it. But I used to work at a place called Harry and David. They're a kind of a specialty food. Think of like Hickory
Did you own the
Farms.
place?
Well, the one thing everyone would say, "Oh, are you Harry and David?" Because my name tag would say David, and you know I'm Harry. So I was like, "Oh, you're the first person to make that joke." But we used to, you know, they do like fruit of the month and like gift baskets. So I used to put those. I used to love doing this. I don't know why, but you make the gift basket. We would sell them, and you put the little like grass, the fake grass in it. And you put all the food, and then they would take the plastic wrap and the heat gun, and you know suck it down, and it was just so much fun. I think that's what got me in the Christmas spirit because I was like making the gift that you're going to give to somebody, but these baskets were like really
Well,
expensive.
gift baskets are some of the best gifts you can give and or receive.
Yes, like
gift baskets are amazing.
smoked sausage, cheddar cheese,
Got everything.
fruit, candy. It's like, dude, everyone's got like
What's-
one of those things, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
I do miss you working there because you'd bring home
Yes.
delicious things.
was
So like, oh,
ridiculously
this
good
is
food.
awesome. Do you guys have a favorite gift you gave? Like something that meant a lot to somebody
oh
that
man,
you really...
putting me on the spot here.
I'm just, you do it to me all the time.
Hey, listen.
I can't think of one. All of my gifts have just been like, oh, here, wife, here's an iPad. You know, like nothing that's like significant, like emotionally. It's just like, oh, cool. You know, like toys and stuff like that. Nothing that's, I don't know.
I'll go ahead and just so you guys
Go
can
ahead,
for a
I'll
second.
think, yeah.
But one of from my dad doesn't really still celebrate Christmas, but a few years back, because I have a Kindle and I love my Kindle when they first came
Yeah.
out. The Kindle 2 was like what really started the Kindles being popular, and I just loved it. My dad's always read the same books, we're into the same stuff.
Let me guess, Sword of Shannara.
Exactly.
kidding, go
That
ahead.
is exactly what I put on his Kindle.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But anyways, I bought him. I went in with my brother because they were more expensive back now. That you can get
Yeah.
them for $60.
Yeah, they come with like as a free gift.
But it
with
was
every-
like $250 when they first came out.
Yeah.
And but I wanted to get one for my dad, and he couldn't afford it at the time, so me and my brother pitched in and we got it. And it was just like he was just so grateful, like, and just like that we thought of him that much. And we never exchanged presents before ever our whole lives. I don't think I've ever gotten him a present since then. I think that was it. But
top it.
That's
but
right.
yeah, so it was just like it was emotional for him. He just felt like, and we were grown up kids at this point, getting our dad something cool, and it just meant a lot. It was a nice transaction, and it just, I don't know, I'll always remember that gift.
I can't think of one I've given. My brother's given me a gift. This was a few years ago when I was living in California. I was unemployed. I was kind of down in the dumps when my wife and I were living in Anaheim. And my brother got me money to get my pug, Vladimir. So that was always, obviously, you know, that's something
cool.
that I enjoy all the time. And
That's cool.
so that was a really nice gift.
I don't know if they all blend together, but a couple of the gifts that I got my wife, and I think one of them was on Christmas. I'll say the two. So, one thing that Alyssa, as a kid, we traveled. I mean, as a family, we traveled a lot of places, but I don't think she traveled very much as like a kid. You know, like we have a friend James, which we talk about all the time on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like his family would travel everywhere. It was
They're
like the coolest
Puerto
thing.
Rico. They're like
They went to like Afghanistan,
Yeah,
like they went
all
crazy.
over the
All these
place.
cool stories as a kid, like that. I think that's important to like get your kid around the world and like show them all those different cultures and stuff like that. So I mean, it costs money.
Not here.
Well, but one year, or a couple different presents that I've got my wife when I wanted to take her on a trip. One year, I gave her an apple, and I said, "We're going somewhere," and she was like, "Washington," and I was like, "No, the Big Apple, New York."
Washington apple.
Yeah, and I was like, she actually. And then one year, I gave her an orange. We were going to Florida, so
I was going to say Georgia. Oh, that's the peach.
Yeah, so-
That's next year.
So yeah, so all these fruits, she's like, when am I getting the pineapple? It's like, we'll see. Play your cards right. But yeah, that's those are always fun just because, and I like that we've had that kind of theme stuff like that. But I think generally now we kind of we go out and we do something fun. Like we'll go out. I think this year we're gonna probably go ice skating and things like that. I know one year. Here's a good story from your brother Brandon. So again, your brother didn't celebrate it a lot. Well, me and him lived together in college when he started celebrating it, and we were like, let's go ice skating. Let's go ice skating on Christmas Day. And he's like, oh, I've never done that. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And it was like the best time ever. We made a Paula Deen inspired recipe. It's you take a ham and you you wrap it in a croissant dough. You know, like
God,
the
it sounds
croissants
amazing
that
already.
you get, like the Pillsbury. You unroll it, you take out the seams in it, and you cover the ham in it, and then you bake it. So it's like, then you slice it. So it's like ham. Then there's like orange marmalade that you put on top of that, and mustard, and then this croissant. And then you that's the crust. It was insane.
It's like a ham sandwich all in one slice. Sounds amazing.
It was really good. But those are some of the best memories that I had as Christmas because it was simple. It wasn't a big family thing. It was like me, at the time my girlfriend Alyssa, and then my wife now, and then your brother. And it was just simple. Like sometimes, the one thing I would always, try to make it simple. Like sometimes the holidays is just it's a big stress,
And people were always worried about like getting the right gift, the right amount of gifts, always about money and shopping. It's like, it's not really about that. Just do something with your family. Yeah, just hang out.
Do a podcast.
Or don't hang out with your family so you can do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're doing this earlier.
Go see a Star Wars,
Yeah, go see a Star Wars. Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the biggest gift you can give. Take somebody to Star Wars this year. And then come watch our spoiler podcast.
My wife said it was really easy this year because I told her it's like she doesn't like shopping for me because like you were saying like
yeah, we already buy everything we want.
Yeah, and I told her like Star Wars is coming out this year. Just get me all the Star Wars crap you could find. I'll love all of it. I don't care.
Yeah.
So she said it was really easy this year to shop for me.
I can't buy for my wife. I have no idea what she wants. She says she wants a nap. I'm like, okay. Well,
An app?
A nap.
Oh, I thought you said an app like on her phone.
No, she wants a nap because she's so tired from taking care of the kids.
Get her like a
It's
spa day or something.
Yeah.
Or some Dimetap like my mom.
Yeah. You asked for a nap? Yeah, that's what I should do.
Some chloroform or something.
Some sleep easy.
But if she likes spa stuff, get that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a nap.
She's
Right?
not a big fan of that stuff. But yeah, it's just it's so hard to buy for the people.
I know.
Especially when you kind of just get whatever you need. It just
I think
makes
that's
it so hard.
That's why me and Alyssa, we just kind of we go out and we do something fun. I mean, that's kind of our gift to each other. We just have like a night or a day out type thing. So that's what I would recommend you do.
Yeah.
Go have a date.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Can you watch the kids?
Sure.
You're right.
Okay, I'll have my wife. You could trust her. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, your kids had 2 eyes when they were here when they started? Because it's like, I'm not sure. I think one
They
of them
ate my board game pieces.
Oh, man. Then
My
they would-
meeples.
Oh yeah, meeples. Those would be gone in a second.
All right, so anything else?
I think we're good.
So-
Happy holidays.
So
Yeah,
we
happy
already
holidays.
did our last we already filmed the Star Wars one, which is going to be our last podcast for the year. Since with the year going to be ending and we're not going to be talking about it, we probably should have talked about it on the Star Wars. We've done like 19 now. It'll be 19 episodes at the end of the year. I want to just say I would have never thought this would be this cool. Like
Yeah, it's a
doing the
lot of fun.
podcast
Yeah, this is cool. This
and
is
all the
fun.
feedback that everybody I'm just super thankful for all of that. I mean, it's just super cool. Like I would have never thought in a million years. We used to always joke about doing this podcast, and I never thought it would turn into like this much of a not production, but just how cool it is to do it every week with you guys and to have everybody enjoy it. So I get to hang out with you guys, and now we tell our significant others we're like, it's a job. We have to do
It's
it.
a business.
Yeah,
We're
it's a
not
business.
We
just
get paid
hanging
now.
out.
We made like a quarter on the YouTube, so it's a big deal.
We have fans that we don't want to let down.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, anything you guys want to say to the fans for the end of the year?
Yeah, I guess
Thank
we
you
won't-
for sticking around. Those
Yeah.
those solid 130 people that
We do.
subscribe to us week by week.
They're
Plus some
solid.
people who subscribe on YouTube and SoundCloud.
And we got a
people
couple
listen to
super
us.
fans. We
Yeah.
All the people that reply on all of David's Instagram posts and like they're
got JB on top of the Twitter all the
like secret
time.
fun sauce every single time you
You guys
reply.
are awesome.
It's awesome.
President of my
Eric.
company, Aaron, likes every single post, even though he's behind like a month and a half.
Hey,
Yeah, my dad comments on the YouTubes.
Yeah, so it's a lot of
cool.
fun.
Yeah,
we want to
just stole
thank
you guys.
everybody, and
Really
we
make it
hope
worth it.
we hope to get more people. If you know anybody that you think would enjoy our nonsense, let them know.
Yeah.
And then again, check out our contest. Right? We didn't do this at the beginning, but Gerald always wants to talk about this. What are we giving away?
It's Kindle Fire HD 6.
Oh.
This is like $100
Yeah.
at least or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but it's a really good tablet. It's 1080p, and we're giving it to you for free.
Yeah, and all you have to do is donate toys, books, or games
And
to
you
your
can
local
donate
charity.
cheap toys. You don't have to be expensive
Yeah,
toys.
yeah. And I say or. You don't have to donate all three. I mean, if you want to, yeah. But toys,
Some people
books,
did.
Yeah,
I saw
know.
some pictures. I was like, is that what you're all donating that stuff? Just one of them's good.
Yeah. So, and then of course hashtag SDS giveaway, or you can tag us at Sit Down Standard, or you can send us an email of the photo too.
Sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
And then of course we want to just say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Happy New Year.
Happy Hanukkah for you.
For you.
Yeah,
Jewish
happy
people.
Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all that great stuff.
Yeah,
and then just hang out with your folks, you know? But before we go, want to give another quick shout out to our sponsor, 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. Great gift to get your kids. I hope you're getting some awesome books for your
Yeah,
kids,
books
Jordan.
are the perfect
I am.
good
We are
kids
getting
gift, right?
good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Books.
Good job. So read 1,000 books before your infant, newborn, or toddler reaches kindergarten. Very easy, as Jordan talked about. You can read 3 Christmas books
I can only
333
think
times.
of 3, and then when I was listing them, I only thought of 2.
I know there's other ones out there though.
But yeah, 1,000 books before kindergarten.org. Now, last final words. What do you guys want to say for the end of the year? I mean, we already did our
We
Star
already
Wars
did
one.
it.
I know, but just a couple. Anything else?
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
All right. Till next time. I guess till 2016, which is so crazy. Bye.
See ya.
Later.